Hey there, everybody. Now, I've been doing a series of videos to share about my visionary state experiences as well as my life journey and my vision. Anyways, by doing that, I've been talking about stuff that goes back like 40 years or so ago, and so I thought today I should try to do a video talking about where I'm at right now and what I'm working on. And so lately I've been listening to Christopher Lauren's Pharmacy Radio, and he just had a new episode come out, episode 75. And so I was listening to this in my truck, and I just thought, it's kind of ironic. See that? My vision, follow my vision, believe freedom. Follow my vision, believe my vision, follow my vision, believe freedom. Follow my vision, believe my vision, follow my vision, believe freedom. And I just thought, wow, that's really good confirmation, because I decided I'm going to start sharing about this stuff. And I've been waiting to do this at a more convenient time when I've got everything organized and I have better equipment, but I decided to go on ahead and start this up. And so right now I'm in the process of packing up and getting ready to leave here. And so what I want to do is just kind of put everything I want to keep in storage, and then I'm going to be just downsizing to where I'm going to be staying in a camper trailer. I'm not going to have running water, but I will have electricity. So the thing that sucks about that is I'll probably be eating out a lot more, things like that. It's going to be kind of rough in it, but I have to do this for a while in order to save up my money and move forward. So I'm not able to work on some of the things like my music project and all that stuff, but I can still share some of my stories. So I've been wanting to make a series of videos about moving forward and making progress with music, as well as making progress with martial arts. But since I'm so busy packing up and then downsizing, I won't be able to do that stuff. So the least I can do is share a little bit about some of the things I've grown up with. It's kind of interesting on some level, but it also explains kind of how I got here. Following my vision is how I got to Montana. Maybe following my vision has helped me to keep interested in the possibility of making music. So now and I've been going through all my stuff and trying to repack it so I can put it away real nice. And I did something that I thought was kind of a funny accident, as I had that picture of Bill Lead from when I seen them in 2007. So he's about 51 right there maybe. And I set my Pee Wee Herman and Ernest P. Worrell doll right down next to Bill Lead. Ooh, one more. Anyways, so this is kind of embarrassing, so I'm going to show it to you anyways, because I'm that kind of girl. Not afraid to embarrass myself. So anyways, when I met Bill Leib in 2007, I'd already met him a few times, and the last time or two, it went horrible. And so this is where, I felt like this is where I could have another chance to meet Bill Leib, maybe, and leave on friendlier terms, because before, and I'm going to share about this a little later on, is what happened in like 98 and 99. That's when it turned into a nightmare, and that's because I was following my visions. It kind of feel like it got me into trouble. So it's really hard to explain, what these visions are meant to do for me, because sometimes I feel like it's trying to help, keep me on the right track, but sometimes I feel like it's always getting me into trouble. So anyways, so a big part of the reason I moved up to Montana is, I met Rosie in my visions back in 1982, and then when I met her again in 96, we made friends because we were able to talk about supernatural stuff. She's a little clairvoyant, and she's had a lot of colorful things happen in her life, and so when I tell her about mine, she's able to understand and help me to figure out what's happening. Like, like with the visions, like we can't understand exactly what Bill Leib's doing there, but like she does know, like you go into parallel dimensional timelines, you do have visions. I've met lots of people that have this. There's lots of stories and movies. That's why I recommend seeing, Contact. That's why I recommend seeing Groundhog Day. So this was a popular topic. It does happen to people. This somehow, conscious presence experiences itself in different ways, and a lot of times it's right here in your head, but a lot of times it happens when you close your eyes on so many different levels. When you go to sleep, sometimes there's just brain noise. You're just going blah 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 to yourself. Sometimes when you go to sleep at night, you go out of your body and you have either astral travel, or you have prophetic vision. So in my case, my visions are partly prophetic and partly misleading, and it's kind of like that movie Matrix I talked about earlier. Anyways, so I've been sharing about this stuff because I've been just trying to break stuff down and just kind of show you where I'm coming from and kind of what led up to me trying to get into music and just kind of how I got to where I'm at. Because what I'm talking about are three main topics. I've been having paranormal stuff going on. This ties in with spirituality in the long run. And then you have, I've always wanted to do music. It's something I've had to put on the back burner for a long time, but it's something that where it's like not too late. And it might be really good because I've had plenty of time to to hone my vision, And so my ideas are getting better and better all the time. And then, I also do martial arts training. I've been in and out of martial arts off and on. And kind of like music, we have a similar problem. Like, there's some music is very commercial. It's not that interesting. It's not really good for you. Same thing with martial arts. So I'm working on a project to start. It would be nice, to start out online, and then later on I'll open up a small gym. We'll call this Temple Underground. And so what they like to bring together is my music and my martial arts training. And so I'd really like to train to some of the music I already like to listen to. And at the same time, I'd also like to create music that would be good to train to, just really like the idea of, building up the spirit, building up your inner strength, So it all comes together where, for spiritual survival, you need things to try to keep you feeling strong and in your highest spirit, And so martial arts training is like the martial arts, the fighting is only the tip of the iceberg. The rest of it is all character building and staying strong. And with music, sometimes the enjoyment of music and the entertainment is only the tip of the iceberg. Deeper inside, it's about soul building and healing and expanding your consciousness. And then when we get into the topic of psychic awareness, it's a fun topic, but in essence, it's very important because as we evolve into a more sensitive and aware animal, the more we can do for each other, the more fun our music gets. It gets creative, and our technology, the whole way we run our system, the more we can achieve true anarchy in a good way, and remove the old paradigm of the slave and master. So, it's all one big thing, So being an artist, is really about how you're making yourself. And now, at the end of the day, you are the art, So even if I'm not able to get music out right now, even if I'm not making paintings, I've been really honing myself as an artist, and that ultimately I'm the art. When I get up and I do my martial arts movements, for example, this is an example of what I mean. So I love martial arts because you are the art. There's an understanding and all that, but then the way you move and stuff, the way I express my martial arts is totally unique to myself, So this Jody food, just kind of loose, floppy, just you can't tell what's going to hit you next, because what I'm doing is I'm moving in like a heat-seeking missile. I'm going to find that spot and boom. When I get in there, then we're going to go to the ground, and then jiu-jitsu, big hugs, big love. I'm going to hug you good night. Anyways, yeah, so and sharing about my life, there's some parts of it that are really sour and horrible, and that's what's made me the martial artist I am. Instead of making me into a terrible person, I think I've turned out to be a good person. I've done a good job surviving. I think a lot of people have gone through the life I've had. They would end up in an institution, maybe to commit suicide by now or kill somebody else. But I think that I'm a stronger person. I proved that I'm a better person than what I get treated like. And so sometimes, people have the ugly duckling syndrome. So I'm going to talk about is my early childhood, and I've always been that ugly duckling. Always been treated like some fucking weird ass and a target for abuse by the bullies. So this is how I get into martial arts training. And then meeting Bill Lieb in my visionary state is part of what kind of made me say, hey, maybe I should be in the music business. And so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. My dad's always been bringing home really great music, and so later on, this is all going to add up. So I'd like to kind of get ahead and say, hey, my life's a lot better. I'm really making good use of all this information and this story. And I'm sharing it to give people perspective. So you learn a little bit about me, but hopefully the story gives you insight and confirmation in your personal life. And this isn't just about Jody, but everything I do, I'm sharing my life to expand your perspective and to show you different possibilities and alternatives. And so just as people fighting for the freedom to say, hey, I'm a homosexual without getting ripped on and abused. I kind of want to say that, hey, you know, I've been having these type of psychic experiences that put me in contact with Bill Lieb, and I'd like to be able to come out and talk about these without people feeling entitled to kick me around. I can't help it. This is what's been given to me. So anyways, I'd like to continue telling my stories. I hope you enjoy it. I hope that you take something out of it and that these are actually useful in the long run. Otherwise, I don't like to waste time running my mouth for no good reason. There's a good reason for everything. I'm always seeking purpose in life, the purpose in art. And why should we keep trying music? Why should we keep doing martial arts, or just, you know, the way we a spiritual life is the life as an artist. Like they say, you got to have art to have art. Now think about it. When we're communicating in a book or in a video, this is from one intellect to the other. Now when we're communicating through art and music, we're communicating from one heart to the other. Heart is spiritual communication. The head is intellectual communication. So that's where, whether you believe in spirituality or not, if you're a music lover, if you're part of music, then inevitably you're part of something that's spiritual. So anyways, I'd love to go on and share my life and talk about what I'm doing in my life, but also about what it means to be an artist, what art means, and what life means. So I'm always looking for that meaning in life. Otherwise, I'm lazy as fuck, and I'm not going to actually get up and do anything unless I see a good reason for it or a good purpose. So you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.